too.
It's apparently the natural order of things, men before women.
Depends on the context there, doesn't it?
Well, look, no, I'm a traditionalist. What's wrong with being a traditionalist? All right, it is what it is. I mean, shit. At the end of the day, the queen still protects the king in a game of chess, right?
Yeah. There are still
Man's the leader,
certain times
woman's the
where she
leader.
should absolutely come first, though.
Oh, 100% agree. Oh, what? What are you doing? You're listening to
It's
your
your
unknown
ad
screen.
that popped up
Already an ad? How? I didn't even put one in there.
because whenever you have it set on manual insert, it'll still play one pre-roll sometimes.
All right. Okay. Well, I still haven't touched it then. Anyway. We both coughed at the same time. All right.
Hi,
I'm finishing
Denise.
introductions. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel, Chaos for Cosmos. If you guys are new here joining us, my name's Carrie. On the other side of the screen, I've got Brandon from Simmerex Tarot. Some of you guys obviously already know the two of us. So we are doing a. Oh, do you want to say? Actually, do I want to stop and let you say hi? Oh, where'd you go?
Already fucking headphones being stupid.
Headphones or the user? Please pause or we'll go to a commercial break. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would have been a good place to insert a commercial.
What are you doing? Let me back. Oh, it's kicked me off.
No, you're still there. I can see you.
I can hear you.
Do you want to... Not all good now?
I hope so.
You make me look technologically intelligent. Anyways, did you want to say anything? I'm still waiting for you. To say hello? I don't know.
Hello. I did say hi, and then my headphones cut out.
Did you? Oh, there you go. That's what I mean. Hi, Denise. How are you, Sam?
Wow, weird. This is going to be a struggle show if we can't get our shit together.
This is, look, all right.
We got 29 people here watching us be dumb right now.
I know, right? Well, at least they're getting entertained.
Yes, I'm ready if you'd like to tell everybody what we're doing, unless you already did, but I couldn't hear you.
All right. No, I didn't, because I was just waiting for you to, like, say hello to the chat, you know. I don't know,
Not
yourself, whatever, but you just, like, went retarded on me instead. Oh, good. All right, guys, we are doing,
wow.
reading for today is going to be, yeah, I know, we're finally getting here. Anyway, can everybody just shut up for a minute? All right, guys, let's tell you what we're here for, right? So we are going to be doing a reading today. It's going to be a full moon reading for you guys. We're going to be doing the elements grouped, but we're doing divine masculine, divine feminine. So to be earth sign, divine masculine, divine feminine, and then moving on to the other elements. So Brandon's going to be reading, obviously for the divine masculine. I've got a whole bunch of stuff already channeled for divine feminine that was coming out earlier. But let's go over some daily jazz, right? Because it's been a while since A, I've been on my channel, and B, since we've had some daily jazz. And the daily jazz kind of really ties into the title of what needs to be chucked in the effort bucket, right? We're just going to say it. What needs to be chucked in the fuck up bucket? So it's my side of the world. It's the 7th of the 9th, 2025. So that date breaks down to 799, number 25, number 7. So 7 energy overall for today. Also 7 being the date. Denise, I'm going to have to get, you know what? I'm just going to close it off. Because it's just going to make my life easier. And easier for mods too if I just close the chat off. They're going to have to be real dedicated to the cause to drop comments.
Oh, that started quick, didn't it?
All right. Anyway, back to the message. So, 7 energy overall. Now obviously, guys, depending on where you guys are. So I think it's what, the 6 still where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where I'm
6
at,
for you
yeah.
guys over in the States. So, all right, Sun in Virgo, Moon Aquarius, transitioning to Pisces. So, it's just interesting with that Virgo and Aquarius. The Virgo, I examine, and Aquarius, I change. So there's something here about messages coming through for, I think, collective in general, about needing to really take a look at some of the things that need to be changed, right? So we've also got 99 portal coming up, which is a 999 day. All right, so we're being in a 9 year. So nines are representing completion, transformation, and the end of cycles and transitions. But I'm feeling like, guys, at the moment, this full moon energy and this message that's coming through is really about the choice, right? The choices that you're making and what you're choosing to let go of this time. Something has to be really looked at here, right? There's something that has to be really, really looked at. And there's something about really needing to consciously try and put something to an end here. It's like you've got about 3 months, right, until we hit a number 1 year, right? So you want to be really thinking about at these last few full moons exactly how much you need to release and what it is that you guys need to get rid of, because there's some shit that you really don't want to carry into a year 1 next year, because it's a new beginning, right? So this is about, there's something about coming out about, I clearly speak through my actions to the universe about what it is I'm leaving behind. So this is about actively showing the universe throughout these next few months, right, exactly what it is that you're leaving behind here. All right, in order to have some sort of new beginning for you guys next year. I don't know why that was coming through, but it seemed to be relevant with where the moon and sun placement were at when I channeled that message, right? So again, it's not just the full moon energy on the 8th, we've also got on the 9th that portal. So yeah, guys, get digging deep into what it is that needs to be chucked in the fuck it bucket and just let it the fuck go, right? What do you just need to say, you know what, fuck it, it's not worth thinking about, not worth worrying about, not worth dealing with, not part of my purpose, not part of my journey, no longer serving me, right? Whatever needs to go in the fuck it bucket is fucking going in there. So Brandon's going to start off first, I think, reading for Divine Masculine. Do you want to do, I was wondering if you want to do all 4 masculines all in the same thing and then do Divine Feminine, or do you want to just do 1 for 1?
Let's just do
It's
one for
11-11 on the count, right? It's 11-11 on the count right now. Yeah, we'll do 1 for 1. All right. I've got timestamps. You're going to start with Earth, move on to Air, Water, then Fire in that order. So whenever you're ready, Brandon. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, Divine Masculine Earth sign. Who you working on releasing or should be? I know we've all got things that need to be let go. I got a little Earth in my chart. Let's see what's up. Got the Moon Garden here out to play with. This is a pretty good one for this. All right, Divine Masculine Earth sign, man. We still walking away energy here. Now, man, this don't have to be necessarily about a relationship. It could be. But if you had an Empress, man, and it didn't work out with it, that's in the reverse now. Whether you want this person back or not is kind of irrelevant, I'm feeling. I feel like there's some bitterness in a lot of it, maybe a lot of the divine masculines in general. There's a lot of damn bitterness about these old things that we've gotten ourselves involved in that weren't the best decisions for us, man. So we've got an earth sign here that I'm reading for that wants to think differently in their lives, right? Five of Swords is about a change of thought to me a lot of times, and is wanting to step in and be the magician. Okay, that's cool. But whatever happened back here with this person, I would call it a person you can take and kind of put this to whatever situation you're wanting to release here. But the way it read to me, I'm going to call it a person is at one point there was like this Okay, we had it made. Now I feel like left out in the cold. And I don't think that's a healthy place for anybody to be, honestly, whether you're masculine, feminine, earth, fire, water, whatever, man. You're not going to get to a ship coming in by standing in this pagey kind of this upside down page energy at that. I want to call this stuck thinking, man. And it's bitterness. It's not even hurt, it's anger and bitterness that I would encourage you guys to be working on releasing right now. So you can learn the lesson here, man. Regardless of what happened, we're not going to get into what happened in the relationship, just that this particular situation made you bitter, right? And I do think, like Carrie was saying, coming into the next year here, if you want to get back to 10 of Cups in your own life, then that bitterness has to go, because bitterness that we carry forward like that, whether it's that kind of trauma or a different kind of trauma, can kind of poison anything that you want to build in your life. And it puts you in a place where you're just not in harmony with yourself, especially. And I do think divine masculines, that's the biggest thing here. We have all these influences outside of us that want to pull us these other directions that aren't, our purpose, that we should be focusing on to get the results we want. It's more like, I want this and I want to feel good about this. It's very sense oriented thinking. I think that's where the bitterness comes from. It's sense realm thinking instead of, you know, thinking and moving with purpose here. You can't move with purpose and manifest in a good way if you're stuck on bitterness, if you're stuck in negative emotion, negative thought patterns about whatever or whoever this was in the past. So I would say that's definitely the download. Yeah, it's like you want to complete the cycles here, but you can't until you pick up this little wand here that is about confidence. Right? We can call this Ace of Wands confidence right now. And bitterness is a type of false confidence. It's a type of really negative, egotistical thinking, because you carry this into everything you do in life. Let me grab just a couple of yin yangs here. I think we agreed to try to keep these short tonight. See what we got. See what we got. Reflection and projections is here. That's a good one. Remember that, like, Earth Sons, the divine masculine Earth Sons, you guys, when you're in a good place, you're very grounded. You're very focused. You're very forward thinking. But right now, if you're projecting bitterness, hatred, anxiety, fear, whatever this is, I want picking up on bitterness big time, then it's time to make a decision, man. And when I said this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, it doesn't, because healing the inner child is here, man. This could go back way, 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 way back to your childhood, and you've manifested these same things you saw and dealt with here into your present day up until this moment, because you were never taught how to manage a relationship properly from the standpoint of a man. It could have been absent father, it could have been anything like that, but you kind of got this false belief system about, I want to say, women in particular, man. I don't know what this healing the inner child is. That's something you have to search out for yourself. But it's giving you this false belief about women that, you know, girls just want money, or girls just want the tall guy, or girls just want this or that or the other. And then when it doesn't work out, we hold on to this bitterness about it. And then we wonder why we can't attract better. Well, that's because we're being bitter. So we're attracting bitterness into our lives. We're attracting what we are at that point. So I would suggest let's ask for assistance from our spirit gods here. And all that shit in the past, this lack, this suffering, you can't undo that. But what you can do is stop blaming things. And that's another side effect of bitterness. As a guy, I've noticed this. If I'm bitter about something, I'll start blaming things, especially other people. So if you have this childhood trauma that has carried with you, man, it's time to grow up. No offense. I don't want to say it like that, but you can't blame the parents anymore. You can't blame God. You can't blame whatever, because now you're an adult. Now you're a man, and you have to take responsibility for your own actions and your own results in life here. I know it sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And you know what that's going to do? It's going to create freedom for you. It's going to create opportunities, man. Your ain't sincere. Divine masculine earth signs. I love you guys. We all have issues like this at times, but man. Everything you want is on the other side of that bitterness, and it's on the other side of your ego where you're staying stuck, man. Everything you want on, excuse me, is on the outside of that comfort zone. It's comfortable to stay there. It's comfortable to stay in this mindset because we think we're right there when we're really not. We're just living an illusion that's detrimental to anything you want to do in life. Divine masculine earth signs. I love you guys. I really do hope you get some downloads in your dreams tonight about this, and you very well may. Let's get one more card for you. You know I got to grab one of these. You know I got to grab one of these. Practical wisdom. Approach the situation with level-headedness. Earth signs. You guys are in the upright. You are very level-headed generally. Gain your composure before proceeding ahead. I like all that right there. It's about taking a step back and just not being reckless. Because bitterness and recklessness and pride and all that crap, all that shit that needs to be chucked, it goes hand in hand. So, what Carrie title this? Chuck it in the fucking bucket? Yeah, dude. It's not worth it. You're just holding yourself back here, man. I love you, Earth Sign Divine Masculines, man. Let's get on that path of power and let's fucking stay there. How about that? Love you guys. Make sure you're not muted this time.
Okay.
No, just the other night when you were muted and talking.
No, it's all right. I'm making sure I'm checking shit before I'm doing anything, right? It's all good. All good. All right. I'm going to just get my timestamp for the next one. I'm annoyed because we started off like not on the minute. So like my timestamp has like 30 seconds in it, and that kind of irritates the shit out of me. My OCD can't take it.
Can we say hi to people real quick? Bluebird, Kyle, DR.
Yeah, say hi.
Hello, guys. Welcome. I just wanted to say hi. You go do what you gotta do.
And now you wanted to say hi. Like 11 minutes into it, and I'm trying to get him to like say hello to everybody, and he's just like, hi.
Well, there's people here that I didn't see before.
No, I'm just fucking with you. It's all good.
I know you are.
We can count 30 seconds. We can count 30 seconds so you can be on time. No, it doesn't matter now. Like it's
wait, what?
Timestamp's all out. The time he started at like 8 minutes 30 or something, and I was just like, no, it's just it's already drawn from there. Anyway, I've timestamped the next one already, so we're all good to go with Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, I got some messages through for you, and what came through was Uranus 10th house and Cancer, also angel number 434. Something about I leave behind predictability and complacency as I strive for change in my career and social status. So, there could be maybe some sort of element, maybe Divine Feminine, of predictability when it comes to the way that you're doing things with work, right? So, again, we're on air signs. We're on earth signs at the moment. So, something about as well using your intuition and nurturing some sort of change, right? So there's definitely change that needs to be made, and it's definitely sitting there in your 10th house. So something to do with career, right? It's about to do with your, again, career, social status, that sort of nature. So if you've been feeling a little bit predictable, right? Maybe it's time to just sort of throw that predictability. And when I say complacency, don't take it the wrong way. What I mean by that is you've become comfortable, right, with the way that you've been doing things. So if you've been, especially for those of you who are Earth sign, Divine Feminine, who are business owners, right, it's time to leave behind that comfortable spot that you kind of always hang on to, right? So that's what needs to go into the fuck it bucket at the moment. So I'll split the deck. King of Pentacles is coming up in the reverse. So doesn't matter that this is a king, right? But in the reverse, right? Again, this is just highlighting those potential insecurities that you've got at the moment, right? About changing things up, right? Doing things a little bit differently or a little bit more, I want to say even spontaneously could be the word that I'm looking for, right? But it's like something's become very comfortable and very predictable, right? It's a perfect word for it. But it's like even maybe people around you right now, Earth sign, Divine Feminine, could be feeling like they know what your next move's going to be because you could have become again very routine, very just comfortable. I want to say again, this is about those of you that have some sort of business or a career, right? So again, insecurity kind of showing up there or self-doubt showing up. So insecurity, self-doubt, what is that? That's what we need to put in the fuck it bucket, right? That's what's going in the fuck it bucket for this full moon. So I don't know how you're going to get that in the fuck it bucket, Divine Feminine, but you're going to have to, right? So try not to see it as being reckless, right? So you could find maybe that from time to time you question being a little bit spontaneous because you feel like maybe it's being a little bit reckless, right? So we should stick to what we know, okay? But whatever that is, Divine Feminine, that again, that predictability, that complacency, that same day, same routine, same way of doing things, right? It's time to put an end to that, right? It's about, again, liberating yourself, freeing yourself from, again, that safe space, right? So that's what needs to be chucked in the fuck it bucket. I don't know why, again, this is surrounding, again, heavily around your career and social status. So let's get some Oracle, actually. Let's move over here. Might want to also go look up what 434 is for you and what that might mean. Shadow, right? So I don't know. What are you doing? It's like I'm getting with that shadows. It's like playing small, even not wanting to really be seen, not wanting to do things again in a spontaneous or in a manner that's just not. What am I trying to say here? That's not like organic to what you've been doing, right? So maybe you want to get a little bit unorganic at the moment, or more so unorthodox is what I want to say, right? So whatever you're doing right now, it's time to step out of that shadow, right? Shadow. There could also be some advice maybe that you're needing to actually get at the moment as well, Earth signs, divine feminine Earth signs. Why do I have to keep saying that? Can I just say Earth signs and we know that we're talking about divine feminine here? There's again also this element as well where it's like I've got World Savior coming out. The energy that I'm getting off of this one here, Earth signs, is very much like people pleasing, wanting to make sure that we please everybody. We can, oh, Spirit, come on, give me the word. What's the word here that I'm looking for? Like you can just cater to everybody's needs, right? By doing things a particular way. And I want to say, oh, don't take this the wrong way. I'm going to use the word vanilla right now. All right. So something about not doing things vanilla, right? So I know you need to get some flavors in there. There is also something about you feeling like when you step out of that again, consistency wanted to come up. So there is something about consistent. Theatrics. Okay. All right. So Spirit just said to me something about needing to, or not needing to, right? But and it could be about bringing out your creative side, right, and getting a little bit theatrical theology. I don't know why I was about to say theology. Somebody could be studying theology actually as well, or teaching it, or something to do with that practice. What I wanted to say though was there's this way that you're going about doing something, right? And it's very vanilla, okay? So Spirit are trying to get you to step out of the shadow, right? Get into the light, but also bring about, there's some sort of creative flair here as well. So I don't know what it is that you're doing, right? But something you need to free yourself from. I need to get a few of my oracle cards. Hold up. Hold up. Confidence is coming out, right? So this is about you being more confident to also just show up as your authentic self, right? Especially if you are in some sort of social status with your career and it's a part of your business, right? There's something about more, right? Something I could. Why do I feel like Gloria? Like this is like almost a message. I feel like I'm saying to Gloria, right? Because psychic wants to come up here right now as well. It's so funny. Like I feel like I'm tapping straight into Gloria's fucking energy right now, and almost giving her a fucking personal read. It's so weird. Um, Maybe I am talking to you, Gloria. But this is, again, I'm talking to somebody who's very intuitive, right? Somebody who's intuitive, somebody who's got some sort of social status, right? It's a part of your career. You've also got Earth in your chart, right? This is about you, I don't know, more flair, right? I don't know. Do you need to get some more Leo into you, some more fire into you, some more water into you? But there's something about, again, freeing yourself, right? Being free to, I want to say even lose control, not take control, right? Lose control, right? Do something different. Do something more spontaneous. There's something here about limitations, okay? There is something that you're going to find quite surprising. You actually allow yourself to let go of those limitations, right? Don't act so, I don't want to say act, don't work so strategic, okay? Don't work so methodical. There's something about just needing to do something spontaneous when it comes to the way that you're delivering something, right? When it comes to, again, social status. Well, you're not an earth sign, dear. Oh yes, you are. You're a Virgo. Holy shit! Now I feel like this is a message, honestly, that's going to resonate with those of you that are on a spiritual path, right? That are also potentially on a platform, right? Again, it's about social status and career. I'm talking possibly to Mystical and Anna directly here. That's the message I feel like I'm getting. That's the message that I feel like I'm getting, like I'm directly tapping into you guys. It's procrastination, right? It's like there's something that you're holding up here when it comes to this fresh energy, right? That you could be bringing into, again, what it is that you're doing for work. And it's like you've been doing the same thing over and over, and it's just, honestly, I feel like I need to break free from something. That's what it is. Like, I feel like I need to, there's something that feels even restricting to me in the energy. Micromanaging, that's what it is. Again, I don't want to say complacency, it's predictability and being comfortable, right? It's time to break that. It's time to break whatever that is. Whew, Spirit, that's probably the most annoying message to deliver. It's really actually impacting me right now, the fucking energy, hey. Earth signs, it's time to take control, right? And I want to say take control by letting go, and I know that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? But it's like you've got the ability to change the way that something feels, right? The way that something feels when you communicate it, when you put it out there, right? There's something about you being able to change the way that it feels. But it means you having to, again, do something a little bit unorthodox, do something spontaneous, do something that feels a little bit uncomfortable and awkward, like me trying to deliver this message, right? Because that's what I feel like. I feel awkward right now. And that's the energy I keep getting off of, again, those of you that are in some sort of social environment when it comes to your career. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a reader or be on a platform. You could also just be somebody who's quite, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of people that need you or that have to speak to you in a day in your workplace, right? There's something about having to be very, very social in what you do for work and needing to deliver something in a different manner here because I don't know, it's very restrictive for me. It's actually making me feel a little bit uncomfortable, right? So what are we chucking in the fuck it bucket, right? We're chucking in the fuck it bucket fucking complacency and predictability. And I don't know, exactly how you're going to fucking change that up, right? But I need to change this whole reading right now because the energy is just, again, it's really fucking restricting me right now. It's really, really restricting. But again, Spirit want me to keep going. What is this, Spirit? What else do you want? Oof. Push past whatever that is, Earth signs, right? There's something that you need to really just push past. Like, I'm having trouble actually pushing through this fucking message right now, right? Like, yeah, it's just, this is how I feel. Like, I feel like there's some sort of internal battle, right? It's just, it's chaos. It's chaotic, this energy, but it's also restricting. It's a heavy fucking load, man. I don't know. You need to push through whatever that is. There's some sort of sadness or regret even that you're feeling at the moment, Sons, because you know that you're restricting yourself at the moment, right? You know that there's some sort of self-imposed restriction, and it's got to do with your authenticity, right? It's got to do with, again, you just feeling like you're enough, right? That you being you is going to be celebrated, that you being you is going to be victorious, right? I don't know. You're going to have to, again, be willing to take that leap of faith here, Earth signs, right? Whew. Man, I love you guys, but I got to stop reading that because that's some fucking restrictive energy. I hope you guys get that worked out, man, because that is a very it's a very heavy restriction that you've got. Whoever that reading is for. Whew.
You good?
Yeah. I think I just need to like fucking stretch, maybe go stand outside the fucking studio, break out of these four walls. But I don't know. It's a very look, Earth signs, man. You're ready for whatever this is, man. Like you're ready. There's no more time to. I want to say it as well. Like you don't need to keep like rehearsing this shit, or it's just yeah. I don't know. There's something that you really need to break through right now. Really need to break through right now. Thank you. Thank you, Ralph. I needed a reminder. Oh shit. That's way too restrictive for how many fucks that I have left to give, which is 0 these days, right? So that I just really struggled to read that. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, are we ready? Should I wait a minute?
Oh, you
Loyalty
can start
High,
whenever you're ready. I
Ralph,
just
what's
like need to
up?
fucking shake that. I need to shake that fucking I don't know. It's very very restrictive, right? I hope that you can get that. I don't know, that confidence, that whatever it is that you need, right, to be able to push past whatever that is. Because on the other side of whatever's there is like fucking. I feel like it's going to be spectacular if you just kind of let yourself go. It's just like you really need to just let yourself go
Yeah,
and let yourself. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I making any fucking sense?
you are. You might not be to the
Yeah.
Virgos, though. Sorry, I had to pick Virgos just a little bit.
Are you reading it or you not? You're gonna read our
You
signs now?
ready?
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with it. I can't. It's too restrictive for me right now. That energy. Oof.
All
Somebody
right,
really
all
needs
right,
to chuck
wait.
that in the bucket though.
Yes, you said, you should. And now I'm going to start not speaking. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air collective, divine masculines. Let's see what y'all need to chuck in that motherfucker. Y'all need to chuck away into that shit. What have we got? What have we got here? Like the Ralph. Oh, wow. Who am I reading for? Whoa. Why are you not loving yourself, whoever I'm reading for? Is this doubt? Is this need of validation from other people keeping you stuck? I feel like there's some self-esteem issues here for whoever this is. With the chariot here hanging in reverse, you ain't going nowhere there because you're out of balance, dude. What are you juggling in your head here that you're not good enough for people, huh? That you're not good enough for people. It's almost like you have to try to prove shit all the time. Like you think people know things you don't know. It's very much reading like it's a self-esteem thing here, man. What do you feel restricted? I kind of get restricted about your choices here going forward because honestly, whoever I'm reading for here isn't believing in themselves here, and maybe you can take a little bit of advice from the King of Pens here and get real committed to this cup and how important this cup is, especially when you stop dumping it out like that. What I'm seeing here with this is somebody that's dumping their cup out into the wrong stuff because I think you're caring too much about what other individuals think, man. You know, the chains that bind here, the devil energy here, is that this is airside. I'm getting a lot of Libra energy here for some reason. This is you people pleasing. That's what's binding you up. That needs to go. There's lack of self esteem here, feeling like if I'm not making these XYZ individuals happy, then I'm not good enough. But you are, I promise you, you are, man. Um, Not excited and hard to get excited when you don't feel like you're walking in the sun because you're, well, you're dumping out your cup. You're dumping your sunshine and your cup on all these people here whose opinions don't matter. This is the need to be accepted, is what it is. That's what needs chucked right here. The acceptance of other people, fuck it. All you need is this your confidence, your wand. This is, let's pick that up right now. Divine masculine air signs. Walk forward with that's confidence and creativity, man. You know, and if you're creating stories in your head that, oh, so and so doesn't like me because of XYZ, or I didn't do good enough on that, I promise you that shit's going to get you taken advantage of. It's going to get you taken advantage of. It's going to make you a fucking doormat, whether it's a romantic relationship or something at work or with your fucking in laws. It's going to make you a fucking doormat. Doormat? Doormat? Doormat. So let's get this full card here, right? Let's get this full card. And let's find some gratitude, you know, that we are who we are and learn some self acceptance. You know, it's fine to want to do better, but you're not going to do better by catering to the whims of other people all the time because it's just going to suck your energy down into a hole, a deeper freaking hole where you have no power to get out of there. At least you perceive you have no power. When really, if you take a step back from some of this crap and take a step back from the mental prison you've trapped yourself in here by being this people pleaser, by caring way too much what everybody here thinks and wants you to do, you'll find some change. You know, everybody, like this five of cuppers we saw earlier, they want you to come pick up their cups for them, right? They want you to come put out the burning fucking tower for them. Well, that's not your tower to put out. What is this? Why are you putting fires out for everybody? Knight of Cups in reverse, man. You're not protecting your cup. You're not loving on yourself, dude. You're not loving on yourself. Maybe you think this is a type of self-love, like this overly indulgent servitude you have going on, but it's not. It's time for a shift here, dude. It's time for a shift. Because all these three people out here, they don't matter. They don't matter. You know, the right ones, air signs, the right ones, they're not going to want to overtax you like this. There should be an equal give and take. And I feel like in your life here, there's not been a lot of equal give and take. And there's no victory with that, dude. You've got all this baggage from all these people that you carry all the time. You likely have way too many friends that aren't true friends. Look at all these shits here, all these cups. These ain't yours. These ain't part of your quest unless you decide to pick them up. But why would you? Why would you decide to pick all this shit up, dude? You know, these individuals need to learn to take responsibility for themselves, and you need to take responsibility for you, not their shit. It's not your responsibility. So I think what we need to work on here on releasing air signs is doubt of self and this incessant need to be accepted by everybody because you don't need to be. You know, you don't need all these people's approval to feel whole with the person you are right now, dude. Whew, wow. Definitely feeling a lot of Libra energy there, but this could be some other air sign collective shit. Let's see here. What do I want? Sacred creators, actually. Odd as that sounds. Get some advice for these air signs here that might be feeling this way, man. You gotta worry about what all these people think, dude. Nurse the sacred feminine. Well, look, there's nothing wrong with this. I am reading for divine masculine. But if you're doing too much of this, you're not focusing in the right place. You're not building, sir. You're not building because you're trying out here be a nurturer. That's fine in context, but you're not building anything, sir. Everybody else has got you driving nails into their fucking barn while your fucking barn's over here fucking collapsing on your cows. Back to elemental, man. And right now, this ain't just getting back to all of an air sign. This is getting back to I'm a fucking man here. I'm my own man here, not everybody else's. You can't just be a yes man, and that's what we've got right here is a yes man. So it's fine to have gratitude. But if that isn't reciprocated to you when you do things for people, it ain't worth it. The edge of evolution feels messy. And if you've been spiraling here for a hot minute, spinning your wheels, feeling like you're not good enough for anybody or you're upset because that person thought this, chuck that shit the fuck out the window. And then chuck the bucket out too. Just bucket and all, man. Bucket and all. You're light, dude. But you're giving that light to too many people here and not shining bright enough for yourself at the moment. This is worth creating from for you, first and foremost, dude. Not for all these people out here. Very few of these people out here are ever going to be worth you creating for them. You know, that's for your partner. That's for your very close friends and family, the ones that reciprocate with you. This ain't for everybody out here. You're not protecting your energy and you need to, man. You're the muse here. So what are you creating? What's your, magician's about willpower and creation, right? So what are you creating? External validation. You care too much what people think. You need to let that shit go, man. Cut the cords of doubt. There, I knew doubt was coming out somewhere on here. Cut the cords of doubt. This is poison, man. This is poison for your dreams. It's poison for what you actually want in life. It's self-doubt. And it does lead to these types of things of caring too much, what other people think, and seeking approval from honestly small-minded motherfuckers that don't matter, man. And my brother Josh, you're one of these, dude. Feeling like you got to buy all this fancy shit all the time to keep up with your friends and stuff. That's just a good example. It's easy for me to ping on there. The only person you need to compete with air signs is yourself, and the only people that really matter is you, and those that you allow close to you instead of just trying to be a people pleaser, man. You're just throwing your energy away and probably making yourself quite miserable. Fierce serenity, man, starts within, and it starts by reeling in your energy. And you're going to find some peace there when you're not giving it to everybody and their fucking brother out here, man. Just wanting to suck you dry. Air signs, love you guys. I hope that helps you out. We'll grab one more card here for you, and then we're going to toss you over to Carrie for the Divine Feminines. Jealousy. Pay attention to those around you who don't celebrate your wins. The evil eye. I like all this card right here. Be mindful of being competitive with others. You should be your competition. Better than you were yesterday. Not trying to be better than them or trying to supplicate like at the beginning there to those. Man, not be moved by praise or persecution, the carrot or the fucking stick. It's about getting grounded. It's about getting centered. And it's about finding your personal power and taking authority for your life, man. Realizing that It doesn't matter what motherfuckers out here think, as long as you are living to your highest purpose here. Love you guys. Peace out. Chuck it, man. The whole fucking bucket. Get rid of that too. You're muted.
Again, almost on a full tangent, but I was just saying it's actually quite interesting over here on the divine feminine side about what needs to be chucked in the fucker bucket. It's interesting.
All right. I'm going to chuck some coffee in my coffee bucket.
All right, air sign, feminine. So we've got Mercury, 8th house, something about I no longer withhold secrets that have a damaging effect. I've also got out here something about guilt, jealousy, loner. So, the energy that I'm getting from here, I don't know, this could be again quite specific, divine feminine, but I don't know if somebody's going through maybe or like having some sort of I don't know fallout potentially, right? It could be. I'm getting some sort of fallout energy. I don't know. You could have been dealing with two other feminines, right? So, this could be in some sort of joint financial venture. I'm not sure, right? But there's something here that's I don't know, something that you've. I don't know if this is you who's stressed out about or something that you've been dealing with. But I'm getting that there's like maybe you and two friends, right? Again, it's pretty particular, right? But there's some sort of guilt here, maybe about some sort of secrets or something that was exposed, right? Because we also got Apollo coming out, truth, right? Truth, prophecy, creativity, but something about maybe potentially a truth that's come out, some sort of secret that has been revealed or something that you had to reveal. And there could be some sort of guilt here, right? I'm getting something more to do about friendship. I'm not sure why. There's disharmony in it, whatever it is, right? And I feel like you are starting to get some sort of different perspective here on again wavelengths, right? So it's people that you've been connected to. So I feel like this is like again friends group or something that I'm talking to. I'm talking to a divine feminine who again is struggling with friends group, right? That's what I'm getting here. And there could have been either I don't know, maybe whether somebody kept a secret from you, air signs, or something of that nature, right? But there was some sort of again secrets that I'm going to say harmed a few people, right? So there's something also about Sagittarius with drive for truth and justice that will benefit all. So why do I feel like something really went pear-shaped here with somebody's friendship group or something? I know it's really fucking specific, but that's the energy I'm getting here. If this is you, divine feminine air sign, right? Again, I don't know if you've held some sort of secrets or something from somebody. There could be some sort of guilt here that you need to maybe chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Could be this whole situation altogether. I'm getting that there's somebody here again that's very isolated. So I don't know if this is you that's been isolated maybe from a couple of other people, right? But I feel like you're starting to understand why this is kind of breaking down right now, or why there could be some sort of breakdown here in, again, some sort of group setting. So I don't know, it could be a workplace, like you could be in business with these two other people, or they could just be your friends. Yeah, I'm getting, as I split the deck, 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, it could be about something about work finances, right? We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I don't know, was there some sort of secrets that came out or something secretive that happened in some sort of business that you're feeling guilty about or that somebody's feeling guilty about? Either way, whatever's happened, I'm getting, again, just some sort of disharmony between and disconnect between parties here that needs to be let go of. So if it was something to do with business, right, look at that. So there was maybe talk behind people's backs, right? I no longer withhold secrets that have a damaging effect. So again, whatever communication was, whether it was held on to, whether it was spoken, right, is very, very damaging. And it could just be that someone's been talking behind your back, could be that kind of nature. I'm getting very much that it's work kind of related or like investment related. So I don't know who I'm talking to here, but could have been some sort of, I don't know, yeah, there's some sort of idea here, people coming together. You've got regrets though about it with that 5 of Cups, but Not quite willing to chuck it in the fuck it bucket just yet, are we, air signs, right? Again, I don't know. Who's the guilty party, Spirit? Who's feeling guilty or what? I've got a card that slipped over there. I thought I did. Yeah, there is. Yeah, someone's definitely very, very isolated. Overly isolated. So I don't know, did somebody get kicked out of a group, right? Whatever this dynamic is, though, whatever dynamic this is, right, whether this is friends, this could also be, I don't know, family as well. It could be mother, sister, something like that, because we've got Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups out here as well. Spirit's just given it to me like, yeah. So, I don't know, was it business? Was it friendship? Something of that nature. There's regrets here for sure. Regrets, guilty. Somebody was jealous potentially of somebody else as well. You could be, I don't know, I'm getting as well, there's some sort of hopefulness maybe that there's something about the situation that can turn around if this is a friendship or whatever, right? Maybe, again, Two of Cups trying to come back together, right? Somebody's feeling pretty, I don't know, a bit bitchy about the situation. Queen of Swords in the reverse. I'm not sure what this is. Did somebody get in between a friendship as well? Maybe manipulate some shit, right? But we've got definitely a manipulative energy. Somebody that, I don't know, damaging secrets, right? Is there anything else? Either way, if you are whichever part of the party you're in here, air sign, it's time to chuck whatever this situation is in the fuck it bucket. I don't know why I'm getting like a guilty air sign. There's a guilty air sign here. There's a guilty air sign. That's what I'm picking up on. Empress in reverse. That's the story I'm getting here, air signs, right? So I don't know if this is what I'm feeling like. It's feeling like it's a you thing. You've done something that you're feeling a little bit guilty over, right? That, I think, is what's going to need to go in the fuck it bucket. So I don't know if you were jealous of a friend or jealous. There's something to do, again, with jealousy. There's 3 people involved in this situation. I feel like it could all be feminines. Doesn't have to be, right? But there was somebody that's gotten jealous over someone or the situation, and well, now someone's been like outed. It's like somebody's on their own now, and I feel like it's the air signs that I'm talking about. So I don't know what you fucking did out there, air sign, but you're gonna need to release that, whatever that is. That's that's funny. I know a feminine air sign where that would actually be quite fitting. Actually, that would actually make a lot of fucking sense. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Do I know who this
Like
is?
meddlesome energy that gets involved in shit that's not even theirs and gets, insecure and jealous over situations and then
I might know
just
who that
does
is.
some fuck shit and then, all of a sudden doesn't understand why they're just like on their own, sovereign, number one, just on their own, outed from, I mean, that's what I'm sorry to say, air sign, right? Because I don't know whose energy this is, right? I'm trying to be very, what's the word, nice about the situation, but I think you fucked some shit up, right? That's what I think you did. You fucked some shit up, right? And you're feeling a bit guilty about it. So I don't know. Maybe don't fuck shit up. Well, stupidity just wanted to flip out. So I don't know. Somebody's feeling, a little bit silly about what they've done. And look, you're going to have to chuck that in the fucker bucket. If you want to seriously grow from whatever that situation is, whatever you've done, right, you need to let that guilt go, the jealousy, the gossipy behavior, all of that shit, right? The manipulation, right? It's getting old, right? You're going to have to put all of that in the fuck it bucket if you want to have that new beginning. So with drive for truth and justice that will benefit all, right? I don't know why Spirit wanted me to say that again, right? So there's something about, things need to be beneficial to all parties here. So I don't know if things, again, maybe something one-sided, right? But Air sign, man. Fuck that and fuck it bucket, right? Go get yourself a piece of little humble pie now, right? That's what Spirit's saying. I don't know. That was a weird fucking air sign read through. At least it wasn't restrictive, right? But I'm just feeling some sort of air sign here fucking knows that they fucked some shit up, or they know they fucked up, right? And they need to, again, just let it go. It is what it is. You did what you did, right? But put it in the fuck it bucket.
Maybe throw out the bucket too.
Burn the bucket.
All right. What's next? Are we on water or fire next?
I was like, I just feel like I have to say again, air sign divine feminine. The notes here, right? Mercury, 8th house, Sagittarius. Just felt like I really needed to reiterate that message again. Because at the time when I wrote that all down, it didn't kind of all click to me. But now when I say it to you, Brandon, does that all kind of make sense to you? I'm doing an air sign read, and we're talking about a Sagittarius.
Yeah. I'm not going to say any names, but yeah.
I've got no words, right? Like I've got no words for that energy. That's just.
Well, it was someone that I remember reading for once that when I said they needed to, it was okay to throw in some humility, they kind of scoffed at the idea of humility. That's who I'm thinking of.
Of
As a
course.
Gemini.
Well, you know, we are reading for air signs.
Oh boy. All right, what's next, baby? Fire or water? What do we want to do? Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Do water.
Hello.
Do water next, please.
Well, there are fire sign
There's gonna
buddies
be. I'm
last.
like. I know. Over here we've got some emotional shit on the divine feminine side that's definitely being released. But man, what is it, right? Earth signs grounded and stuck. Air signs coming out as being a little bit, you know, gossipy in their head, manipulative, mind games, right? I'm just seeing a theme out here right at the moment. Everyone's very much in their element, you know.
Yeah. All right. So we got a timestamp.
We do now. I wouldn't say the best for last, Denise. I wouldn't go that far. That's maybe a bit far fetched. You haven't heard the reading yet.
All right, water signs. Water sign masculines. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? What you need to chuck in the fucking bucket, man? This full moon, and I really do agree with what Carrie said at the beginning of the year. The rest of the fucking year, man. The rest of the fucking year. Let's change
Get
some
it
shit out here
done.
for ourselves.
Get it
Lack
done.
of focus and feeling like you have no choices. Why? What's the devil? Who's the devil? What are you not seeing? Get some devil energy here. I'm not sure. It's Cappy card. The moon in reverse. You guys need to get in touch with your intuition about something. I know that can be hard, men. You know, we're not as intuitively, you know, naturally intuitive as our female counterparts over here. But I don't know. Sometimes your logical brain can get in the way. My curiosity is what is the devil that needs release? That's breaking the chains of the bond. There's an air energy here, Aquarius lead to Gemini. You need some transformation, dude. You need to let this go. This is a person, likely. We're an energy. You got the death card reverse. You got 7 swords. Could be more than one person that you need to let go here, like completely. Completely. But it could just be an energy. Possibly an energy that likes to lie. A lot. Like a lot. And possibly you're lying to yourself about this. Yep. Why don't you want me to say it, man? You face your fucking fears. I realize that with the challenge, I know it's hard to let go, but with the challenge, when you face that five upright instead of just having it like this, there's growth there. There's no forward movement here. There's no growth here. You can't get to victory there. By running from the battle, you're refusing to face your fucking fears. And you probably need to spend a little time in Hermit Mode and a little time in the Hangman's Tree, dude. If this is an X, it's recent. It could be something else, though. But it's got you stuck. It's got you stuck. You don't want to face your fears about it, man. You don't want to take responsibility about something either. Are you playing the blame game? Water sign, you playing the blame game? That's your old six pins in reverse here. No gratitude. Um, wow, what's the Empress doing here? You trying to get this? Did you have this? I wonder. What happened? Queen of Pins in reverse. Uh, Lack of nurturing, lack of taking care of those around you, man, is what's got you here. Um, why don't you want to face your fears? What is the fear here? Failure? Is it lack of responsibility? Possibly. You're feeling a void. You know, you got the wheel here. It says it's safe to let the wheel spin, but you're feeling a void. You're feeling a passion void, a very toxic way. Over sexualizing yourself. Is that what? Are you out here whoring? You're out here whoring trying to heal. That ain't gonna work, bro. That's what's going on here. You need to let go of that shit. You're not gonna face your fears until you let go of that. This is a serious problem, divine masculines, when we get like this. That wastes our energy. That spends our energy on the wrong people, especially, dude. There's no forward movement can happen. Knight of Swords in reverse. That could actually be really erratic behaviors. Um, whoa. Serial monogamous here that has repeatedly attracted the same fucking thing into your fucking life. And you're attracting the same thing into your life because you were desperate. You are fucking desperate, bro. I'm sorry. I know this. You don't want me to say this, but it's got to be said again with that refusal to face your fears, man. I think it's a fear of being alone. And I also think it's a fear of options, man. Feeling like you're afraid to commit, possibly. But you know what the big problem is here is you're not committed to yourself. And that's where it's going to start is by commitment to self. Commitment to your healing, commitment to reeling in these bad habits. Those are what that devil is. That is bad fucking habits. You know, and I used the over sexualizing yourself as kind of a example there, but it's starting to feel very real here with the non-committal night coming out. You are revenge seeking. You can't be the emperor if you're revenge seeking. Not a good emperor. You know, you become the toxic emperor. This is damaged divine masculine water sign I'm reading for here. The sun's in reverse, dude. And it's not gonna come up for you. It's not. If you're constantly living in the darkness, man, and this is the darkness right here, where we get sucked into this. You know, where we've been hurt. And so almost like the earth sign read, except a little bit more intense here. We've been hurt to the point that we want revenge on not just the person that we perceive hurt us, but every one of their kind. Every one of their kind. And if I'm talking to another straight dude here, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about you not genuinely loving women as human beings. You need to let that shit go. You know, not only is it damaging to the women you deal with and their mindsets, I don't think you realize just how damaging it is to yours to walk around in that pagey ass energy right there, dude. It feels good in the moment. It might feel good for a few months, but without some real self love and some real release of these old wounds, some real healing happening, it's a recycle. It's a cycle that's going to keep recycling. It's just going to keep spitting you back out. You're trapped in the machine, and you can get out of the machine if you want to. You can turn the machine off. The only reason you're trapped is because refusal to face your fears. So what you need to release here is your fears, your attachment to whatever or whoever fucking hurt you. I realize that, hey, it's in the fucking past, right? But getting even and trying to get revenge on an entire fucking gender or an entire fucking sex, whatever words you want to use, is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it, dude. Two of Cups. You want to get this back, or would you like to actually have this in your life for once? It starts by being your own Two of Cups. It starts by loving on yourself. Loving on yourself is not fucking everything that has a fucking vagina, guys. Sorry. Not sorry. Somebody's in a really toxic fucking mindset here. Wouldn't surprise me if you're suddenly out there womanizing in some way, in probably a really quiet way. It's manipulation, dude. You gotta let go of this. You gotta let go of this hurt because it's just driving you down a path you don't want to go down, man. It's a bad path. Bad fucking path. Dude, water sign, whoever the fuck you are, whew, bro, toxic shit going on there. Yin Yangs, please. It is common. They doing it to themselves, man. They doing it to themselves. Venus offer is here. Look, and this is what it is. You keep subtly making these offers, and all it is, in your brain, you're just getting laid, and you're not. I don't think you're realizing that. Hey, the reason why you keep failing here is because it's the hatred you're carrying around, man. It's the hatred you're carrying around. You need to release the hatred. You need to release the fear. You can't get in union with somebody with that energy. They're going to feel that. They're going to run away, especially if you're going to end up dealing with like some kind of divine feminine that's very much in a good place in her life. She's going to run, dude. Top transform, man. Another Scorpio energy here. Another death energy. Twin flame. Is that what happened to you? You need to let go of the twin flame? That's who it was, wasn't it? Yeah, fuck this shit. Everybody out here, oh, I want this twin flame. No, you don't. You fucking don't. You better goddamn hope you don't fucking have one. You've got to stop objectifying women. I'm just gonna say it. Somebody can get pissed if they want. You have to stop. Like, it's fun when you have a girlfriend that you're close to and you guys kind of objectify each other in a fun way, but this is different. This is gross. God damn, bro. That's truth expression right there. And you are expressing your truth right now. I understand that. But that's not truly who you are, is it? Is that truly who you want to be? Because I don't think it is. I think you're a better person than that. Attraction, Mars, hot. I get it. Nurture and compassion. Well, right now, bro, you got to take care of yourself. And you're not. And you're not taking care of anyone around you. When you get older, if you're younger than me, man, when you start getting older, you're going to regret some of this shit. Yeah, you're going to look back and realize that you hurt a lot of people that didn't fucking deserve it, man. It's time to end this cycle, dude. Can we end it now? Can we chuck this old fear, this old hate, this old hurt, all this shit in the bucket and start growing? I hope so. Fucking hope so. One more card here for the water sign I'm reading for. Bro, you are in a weird spot. You're also in a spot that, as much as you might think it's fun and I'm being a player and all this, and just know. Just know. You make me sad for you over here, bro. Chaos on the bottom of the fucking deck. But it is fucking chaotic. That's the problem here. Three's a crowd. Too many people in your energy. Too many vaginas you've been in, man. Picking up all kinds of nasty fucking energies. Come on, guys. We're supposed to appreciate each other's differences as men and women here and love on each other and take care of each other. This isn't loving on and taking care of your female counterparts. This is being a piece of shit. Knock it off. Love you guys. Wish you the healing out here. You need to release the X, release the pain, and release the hatred because there's a lot of it in that read. Wow. I need sage. You can go whenever you'd like, baby. Are you muted again?
Thank God all I said was water sign, divine feminine.
I'm paying attention tonight.
Oof. Uranus, 7th house. 111 was the number. So I also got, I no longer see myself through the approval of my partners. Right. So divine feminine water signs, it could be your past has been kind of what's given you some sort of validation. So I don't know, maybe whether you just don't really see yourself. Okay. So this could be a bit of a message for you to just do a bit of soul searching here, right? But there's something about you being a little bit blind to, I want to say, just how amazing of a human being you actually are, right? So this is something that I want to say it's a thought pattern or a thought process here that weighs quite heavy with mind control, right? So it consumes or it could potentially consume a lot of your thoughts when it comes to your value, your self-esteem, your self-worth, right? It's like over here with this Eight of Cups, right? So I don't know, again, you could have walked away from somebody from, in the recent past, right? But notice how all the cups are up and she's looking back, man, at those cups, right? Like just getting another check, like of approval. Like we're just gonna see is the Eight of Cups over there kind of looking back at me. So I very much get this is about you, your fears, right? Your fears and your self-doubt here, right? About who you actually are as a person and potentially needing, external validation with that Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups in reverse, right? Just needing a lot of external validation, maybe from some sort of childhood trauma, right? So what are we putting in the fucking bucket for divine feminine water signs? We're putting needing external validation, right? Needing approval from partners or just, even from friends or people around you. Okay. So this is always about needing people to, again, feed you some sort of approval here. Time to do a bit of soul searching here as to, again, what it is that you actually bring to the table. Okay, because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, water signs, you bring a lot, right? This is saying about self-expression through creation could be something that helps you here, but whatever this thing is, it potentially holds you back, or what makes you pull back from it, even doing particular things, right? So you could always feel like, other people are better than you, or you could always be comparing yourself to other people here with the jealousy card coming out. And I don't mean in a negative, bad way, but I want to say really downplaying yourself, right? And that could be a result of, again, like having that external, always seeking that external validation in the people around us, as opposed to, truly knowing who you are, right? And what you bring to the table and loving yourself, right? Summed up, right? Seeing all the good things, all the small good things, even inside of you, right? And adding those up and seeing that there's actually a really great person deep down inside all this, right? So, I can see that you are at the moment trying to release some sort of heartache, right? Trying to release it, trying to walk away, but still secretly maybe hoping that the past or people that you once upon a time, right, sought approval from are still watching you, are still watching on in some sort of way, shape, or form, right? Even though you're walking away from these situations. Okay, so That's what's going in the fuck it bucket, right? No longer seeing myself through the approval of partners, right? So this is about, again, like I said, knowing who the fuck you are, water signs, right? You're more than the thoughts of others, okay? You are far more than the thoughts of others. So insecurities, right? Self-doubt, that's going to need to go in the fuck it bucket. And I know it's a lot to go in the fuck it bucket, right? But I'm telling you, once you work through whatever that is, you won't feel so reserved, or you won't feel that need to kind of pull back all the time and not show sides of yourself that people would actually enjoy, because you don't know, you're not sure about yourself, or you could have also just lost your identity in a particular connection. I'm getting as well for somebody water signs. So I don't know whether maybe just again you just really lost yourself to a connection, and it might be about needing to find yourself, but you definitely need to not worry about other people's approval here, right? Because if you're going to forever wait for other people's approval of who you are and what value you have, right? That's the thing, water signs. Like, you get to set that value, right? You get to set the bar on what you're worth by the way you treat yourself, the choices that you make, right? That's not an external, that's not something that somebody external can measure, right? You decide that, and you decide how you feel about it. But don't be waiting for people to tell you how wonderful you are. Start telling yourself that first and foremost, because I'm telling you what, if you are constantly seeking approval from partners or from external sources, you're always going to be seeking it. The second you learn to self-validate yourself, right? That's it. Once you approve of yourself, you no longer have to go out there seeking that. Therefore, you're going to be less likely to fall into toxic relationships, toxic friendships, right? Or always being a bit of a people pleaser, right? Because you don't want to be doing that either. Find a way to express who you are and be okay with exactly who that is, right? Because whoever that is, from the energy that I'm getting, it's you're very, very hard on yourself. You're very hard on yourself. And I don't know whether partners maybe were very, very hard on you as well, right? And you could have had to have lived up to, expectations and things like that, that again have just sort of shattered your self-worth, like made you think that you need to go above and beyond and doing things and jumping through hoops for other people just to satisfy their needs. But yeah, I'm sorry you've been through that, because that's a lot of it feels like a lot of childhood trauma related issues as well. So I don't know if whoever I'm reading for just then again has a lot of invalidation experiences from childhood. But yeah, that's a lot to work through. It is a lot to work through, but you're going to get there. You just need, like I said, chuck that approval, and you're not a fucking bus ticket, water signs. You are not a fucking bus ticket. Love you, water signs. That's a bit sad, right? I feel sad for that energy. So that's not
Yeah.
people pleasing, and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
you
just
don't do that.
so in the
Well,
fuck
we're
it
building
bucket.
3 monsters.
What?
So, oh, Gloria there. Gifted a $2 bill and 3 monsters.
Full size monsters, or are we just talking like little like pocket?
Right,
Like
yeah.
pocket size monsters.
All right. Do we have a a fire sign stamp?
We do now.
Thank you.
I'm squinting to see my phone.
I know. I feel you there.
I put it on my to-do list. It's on my to-do list. Call to book in eye test. It's there. All right, fire signs. What do you need to chuck in the fuck bucket? Probably a fuckload.
Yes, please.
A fuckload. A fuckload.
Fuck what?
A fuckload. In fact, get a
How does
fucking.
that differ from a assload or a shit ton?
We need bigger than just a bucket. We might need like like a 4 foot fucking industrial size fucking bin, something like that. Like we might 6 foot
Dumpster?
bin, yeah, maybe.
All right. Divine masculine fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. What do we well boys, we need to chuck in the fucking bucket, right? Find out. Whoa. Hello. Well, it might be some of the time for some of you motherfuckers to get the hell out the house. You someone like fire signs a lot of times to do this, but it kind of feels like to me you've been shoving yourself away a bit. You know, you could have been releasing a lot of things there, but now you might actually need to release that whole hermit mode thing you've been stuck in, bro. Time to get out there back into the real world, homie. What do we got? Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You're making yourself stuck. Why though? What is the actual thing you was releasing? Ooh. You're going through a dark night of the soul, have you? That's not fun. 6 beds. Well, it's pain, but I think you need to try to be more grateful for the pain, for the growth you've done here. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit, guys. It almost feels like self-depreciation, like not feeling like you're good enough still to go out and go after what it is you want to go after. Because you get your 6 pins in reverse, and I really think you should be more grateful for the fact that you've had this time to sit 9 swords about whatever this is and do that shadow work that was probably very necessary. Knight of Cups energy again with these upside down fucking face cards tonight. You're not following your passions. You're maybe not feeling a whole lot of passion right now. You're very stuck, dude. Look at you. I'd love to get the fuck out of here. Whatever this is in your fucking head, bro. 9 Cups energy. There you go. That's what we want. And this might be where we want to go, and it's nice to think about getting to that. But it's time to move. You can't stay here any longer. You can't stay here any longer. You need to release this this aloneness. Like there's alone time, and then there's fuck, this is too much, and this is too much right now because you went from taking time to heal to using it as an excuse to stay stuck. So what do we need to chuck in the fuck it bucket here? Our motherfucking excuses. Hangman's here, but you got to come down now, man. You can't stay there anymore, dude. There's Empress energy here. This is beauty and abundance. This is everything that's outside of this stuckness. This I'm just staying still right now. I'm not moving, but you need to. You need to move. You need to let go of the excuses, and you need to figure out what your fucking mission is and get committed to it, man. What's your fucking mission? It's great that it's been working on yourself, but now it's like you're getting stagnated in just the sitting there. The Lovers is here. I don't know. It could be, go out and explore some choices of Lovers. More, I think this is about trust and trusting yourself that, hey, I am ready to go face and let go of whatever had you here, man. There's the Fool's Journey if you're an Aries. You don't have to be an Aries, though. I think it's time for a new journey, man. I think it's time to release these burdens, these things you carry around. And maybe you've made some mistakes in the past that you were trying to let go of. But whatever it is, what needs to be chucked is the excuses that you're using right now to stay stuck. To stay stuck. Like you've done a lot of work back here, but you've done so much staying alone that you're afraid to move. You're making excuses. It could be fear of failure, I suppose. But look, you got the whole world in your hand there. You just don't even fucking realize it, do you? And you don't realize it because you're making excuses, man. Because you're making excuses. Queen of Pens in reverse. Again, what are these upside down face cards tonight? I don't understand. This could be other people. This might be another person. Perhaps he was connected to an earth sign. I don't think they matter now as long as you've been hanging out in hermit mode and working on your healing. It's more just you lazy. You lazy and you making fucking excuses, dude. Why? Get out and live your life. We sit around smoking weed, play video games all day? Get out. You've done the work. Get out. It's a whole fucking world out there, man. Get some new ideas flowing, bro. Hey, Swan's creative force of confidence, man. It's time to create. No more excuses. It's time for you to get back whoever you are to creating, man. And I think that's the devil in your way right now. Laziness, excuses, apathy. You know, perhaps you burn out on the fucking world and the state of yo. A lot of us are. But is that a reason to stay stuck? I don't think it is. Like shit. You need to get back to enjoying your life, man. You know, you've taken on the challenge successfully as far as whatever that hermit mode, that healing was about. Sure, there's always going to be a little to do, but now it's time to explore, man. It's time to blaze a new path here, Fire Sons. Time to blaze a new path. What that path is, I can't tell you that. But I can tell you it's time to fucking move. I see it with somebody stuck right here. And you're stuck in laziness, overanalysis, maybe some anxiety, but what it does boil down to is fucking excuses. Fucking excuses, man. Let's grab some spirit animals, bro. Like, I like that you've done work on yourself here, but now it's like, fuck, you just don't want to move. You're too comfy there where you're at. There's no reward without any fucking risk out here, man. And that could be, I guess, supposed part of it is afraid to risk. We got give with gratitude and grace. Can't do that if you're sitting at home all day, dude. What are you giving? What are you giving, man? You got to get out and trust in the magical again. You find that little kid spark inside of you, dude. Learn from the past you have. Now let it go. Take a time out. You've done plenty of that. Let's take a time out from our time out now. I know it sounds a little fucking weird, but you're not moving. It's time to bring your ideas to life, dude. What is this big idea? Sometimes life stings. Yeah, I get it. We all go through it. So you've done your work here. There is a fear there. There's an underlying fear of something happening again and something going wrong. You have to trust yourself now. You've done a lot of work. Might be some more to do. But the work now ain't staying alone. It ain't staying to yourself. It's getting out and fucking moving. It's getting out and doing shit. Whether that's seeking out a new relationship, depending on what it was you've been working on healing from, seeking out that new relationship, seeking out that new job, maybe moving. It could be all kinds of things that you just need to do here because you're not doing, and I think that's a big problem. I think it's a huge problem. Overcome any obstacle. Where's this at? Where's the fire at? You've gotten so in touch with the healing that you've lost a little bit of your spark here, bro. Take a leap of faith, man. Please do it for yourself. Please. Chaos card. Aphrodite on the bottom there. We got shaky shit. Move, fire sign, move. That's what you got to do. You got to release the fucking excuses that you're telling yourself. Time for change. Is it time for change? Yeah, it is. It is. And the only change you're going to get right now is if you shake it the fuck up, and that requires movement. So let's release the excuses. Whatever you're thinking about doing that you're making excuses about out of, oh, what if it don't work? Fuck it. Because at the end of the day, and at the end of your life, does it really fucking matter? I don't think so. I think you're going to regret it more if you don't do it, whatever it is. Love you, fire signs. Take care out there, man. Let's fucking, let's move. Let's do something. Go turn, Carrie.
Whew. All right, fast line, divine feminine. Let me just timestamp that. Where am I at? Okay. So we had the moon, third house, and Aquarius. So I no longer allow myself to communicate through my own emotional experiences, but through wisdom and detachment. All right. So I don't know, fire signs, if maybe when you're having conversations, potentially with certain people, you could be feeling like you're back in this kind of space, right? So um, it's like I want to say, like you've already been through it. You've been past this energy, right? This is again that chaotic period where things were really high stress and you were really feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, and all of that jazz, right? It's like when you talk to certain people or when you're conversating with certain people, you could potentially have this tendency to mirror that victim mentality, right? And sit in that energy. So this is about again you recognizing that you're not still in that current energy, okay? And that you can actually have those conversations but through wisdom and detachment, right? Without being attached to, again, if this is about somebody else. So I don't know if maybe, again, a lot of people could come to you for some sort of advice, things like that. And it could actually get you, like I said, feeling like you're still in the mix of the shit, right? And so you could be kind of, I don't want to say projecting that, right? But essentially mirroring that kind of energy, right? So this is about, again, needing to get a grip on your thoughts and remembering that when other people are going through something that maybe you've experienced before, that you don't need to come from a place of like you're still in it with them, right there with them, going through it. Um, there are again, yeah, some changes here that are going to have to be made, and that change is again separating your past experiences through four on my screen. Separating your past experiences. Not to, I don't want to say separate them, right? But separating those old emotions, right? That you once upon a time felt in this situation when dealing with this. And it could just be as well, just that, feeling other people, having a lot of unconditional love for maybe anyone that's kind of gone through something similar, right? But wanting to really, I want to say even show up for a person, right? By sitting in the same energy as them, all right? So just be mindful that if you are coming across people that have been through similar experiences that you've already kind of overcome, don't allow yourself to mirror their victim mentality. Or I don't want to say victim mentality because it's not them being a victim mentality. It's they're in the depth of this shit, right? So if you're having a conversation with somebody that's in the depth of their shit, be careful that you are not almost reverting back to like you're still in the shit there with them. By trying to show up for them. Okay, so that could be something again where you tend to feel like you're right in and amongst the drama all again anytime you hear about somebody going through similar things, so you get quite passionate about, I don't know, whatever the conversation is, right? But it's about, again, communicating through wisdom and detachment, right? Not getting caught up in the emotions of what maybe somebody else is going through. So I could be talking to somebody, again, that's quite empathic as well, that, just picks up on the emotions of others and absorbs a lot of other people's emotions, right? So it could be time as well to learn how to block that, right? Learn how to, how to separate yourself, basically. So exactly, so you don't get consumed, right? So that you can identify your own energy and your own circumstances separate from the person that you're actually feeling, right? So that you don't get yourself into that space like basically like you're reliving it, right? Like your expression or the way that you're expressing something could be what's the word that I want to use? Almost again like your emotions are out of balance, like you'd be right in the mix of it. All right. So just be careful that you're not doing that. Right. Remember to stay balanced. Okay. You've been through what you've been through. Doesn't mean that you have to associate with the feelings, right, of still being in that. I hope that makes sense if what I'm saying, right? But it's again, it's just basically about not living from the emotional experience, right? But recognizing that you're already on the other side of it. Do I need to get any more fire signs? I'm going to get a couple more oracle cards. Give me 1 second. But it was very clear about just, again, remaining detached. Be nurturing. Like, you can be nurturing to people, but you don't need to feel that pain, right? Because again, you're not in that anymore. Got new beginnings here, so I feel like for someone, whoever I'm talking to, fire sign, this could be a skill that maybe you're needing to gain in order to be able to move forward, to have some sort of new beginning, to bring about some sort of change here, right? But again, I'm not getting like it's a big deal, right? But there is something here about not letting yourself get emotionally attached to stories, conversations, or other people's pain, right? Where it puts you back. Micromanaging. So this could also be about just trying to really I want to say not just showing up, right? But you could be trying to as well maybe try and even fix people's problems, right? Or wanting to fix people's problems, trying to go in there managing some sort of situation, but getting caught up in the situation and not being able to remain detached and actually draw upon the wisdom that you have in that moment. So that could actually be an issue. But it's like, if you are somebody who absorbs that energy, then you're going to have to be mindful of that. Okay? You're going to have to be mindful of that. I'm going to say don't get involved, right? And it comes from a place of love, right? But again, you can share space with a person, support a person, and not have to go through that whole emotional saga again, right? By regulating your communication, right? It's not also regulating your emotions, regulating your communication. So being really mindful, right? And trying to stay, again, very, very, what's behind that? Very, very balanced here. Okay. Yeah. With freedom under there. Because again, this is a situation, or these are situations, fire signs, that you've already released yourself from. Okay. So again, you can empathize, you can sympathize, whatever the fuck you want to do, right? But don't get caught up in like you're back there, like you're back where you kind of started, because that could actually take you in backward steps. So that's what you need to chuck in the fuck it bucket, right? Is the attachment, the emotional attachment you have to certain experiences when they come up in conversation. Right? So, and look, I'm sure there's probably a lot more things that, each of the signs probably needs to release, but that's what came out for Divine Feminine. I guess, Brandon's covered the Divine Masculine side. And who knows, we might do maybe more readings kind of like this, where we look at, what are the things that are coming up that just need to be chucked in the fuck it bucket. So that's going to be a little
I
bit
love
more
the
helpful,
name.
I think. What needs to be chucked in the fuck it bucket?
Yeah. And the
Nothing great. It's
concept.
not, the concept's great. I didn't think the title was very catchy or very creative, but if someone's got a better idea, I'm all ears, of course. But I think the idea of looking at more specifically what needs to be released, right? Digging deeper into those those layers of the onion, and just sort of getting through those
I
last little bits of the year.
I think you're right. I think what's going to help people a lot out here is what they need to release so they can get where they're trying to go and get
Because
unstuck.
I think there's still a lot of people that are kind of in that, I want to call it like almost transitional phase, where it's like, people have walked away from connections, and they're gaining their independence and their stability and things like that, but there's still these things that are like lingering from these relationships or these connections that are, again, like holding people back from making that next bit of progress, or again, just being able to freely be themselves, or freely step into love, or freely step into, their dreams, their desires, their whatever it is that they're wanting to do, because
Well,
of these sort of subconscious underlying little things that are kind of hanging out there, that are again, just causing, I don't want to say major delays, but they are causing delays. Whatever these things are absolutely causing delays. Were you going to say something then?
Oh no, I didn't have anything to
No?
just
All
say.
right,
I was
good.
just listening to you.
No, nothing.
We know you like to listen to yourself talk.
No, I don't. But yeah, I mean, look, that's some heavy, that's some heavy shit, man, to release. Like, that's a lot of, at least it's not toxic. It's heavyweight, though. It's a lot of sad, heavy, unnecessary shit that's there, right? Like, it's almost as bad as, I don't want to say it's almost as bad as the toxic stuff, but it's just as limiting. It's certainly just as limiting, that stuff, if not more
Mm-hmm.
limiting, right? Because walking away from the toxic stuff's good, but having like these hang-ups and, trying to hold on to those kind of things where you're trying to have new beginnings and trying to expand and trying to step into authentic self and, chase your dreams. That's the stuff that long term kind of holds you back. But also, most of this stuff as well would be stuff that stems from people's childhood trauma, right? A lot of this shit, like the needing validation from partners in order to have self worth.
Yep.
That's absolutely something that would start from childhood, that would be a part of the choices that we make when choosing partners, right? It would just be the default because that's what you've probably been programmed to be used to as a kid. And so you seek that out as an adult because that's all you're used to, right?
Yep.
Well, it's all in the fuck it bucket. All of it. We just
That's
chucked it
right.
all in the fuck it bucket. And look, anything else you want to chuck in the fuck it bucket while you're at it? Absolutely. But, I want to say, like, as well, one thing at a time, because some of these things were quite heavy. Some of these
Yeah.
changes or some of these things that need to get let go of are actually quite, they're quite heavy and they're quite complex. They're not going to be like easy overnight fucking solutions. Let's just chuck it in the fuck it bucket and just try and do everything else all at once. Because that was some heavy energy, man. That was some heavy shit. And I mean, Earth signs, like, I really do hope you manage to get unstuck from that. It's not even a stuck thing. It's not a stuck thing. It's just like, I don't know. You just need to like just let the arrow shoot off like in some sort of weird and wild direction, right? Because yours is probably I don't want to take it away from you, Earth signs, but it's probably the least um, of the traumatic kind of energy that's sort of circulating with what needs to be released here.
Yeah.
Just get a little ungrounded, Earth signs, is what I kind of want to say. Get a little ungrounded. But yeah, that was definitely some heavy shit, man. Heavy shit that Koki's still trying to work through, and
Like
it's.
fellow
I
there,
feel
get a
like for
little
some of you guys,
unhinged.
he's always unhinged. I feel like though for some of you guys, you'll probably start to notice that this shit starts coming up more and more the closer it draws towards the end of the year. Like this sort of stuff will keep coming up more and more for you guys to clear it out, right? Before you carry that into that fresh year, That's not to say that like, oh my god, like next year if you don't do it, like blah blah blah. No, but like, it's definitely a good opportunity that you guys want to take advantage of when it's a year one, right? Starting out that freshness
Yeah.
with a lot more lightness, right? A lot less bullshit and baggage and trauma and limitations and fears and all that shit that you're holding on to trying to get into the new year. So best of luck, right? Set the fucking bucket on fire if you have to, right? Do whatever the fuck you need to do. But let it go, right? Let it go. Just put it in there. Put it in there. Anything else that you want to say, Brandon, before we finish this live?
No,
No, you're good.
I think good.
No. All right. Well, best of luck, everyone, for your full moon and your 9/9 portal, right? You might want to try writing some shit out, get some journaling done. Whatever it is that you need to do, whatever process that you guys would normally take to work through these things, then spend some time doing that over the next few days and just in the fuck it bucket.
That's right.
All right, my
You're
beautifuls. Well,
welcome.
I don't know when I'm going to be back. I have no idea what I'm kind of doing. yeah, I guess I'll be back when I'm called to come back on. And those of you who don't see me, you guys can always go subscribe to Brandon's channel and catch him sometimes twice a day. Sometimes
Yes,
twice a day. But until I'm back again, guys, I love you guys so much. Yeah, happy fucking chucking it in the bucket day.
I love that.
Can we call it?
Happy
Can we
chucking
call
it.
it chuck it in bucket day? National chuck it bucket day. It should be like a universal fucking holiday, right? Where everyone's just out there with fucking buckets and just chucking shit in there. But I love you guys, and yeah, take care of yourselves, and you know, all the best to those of you guys that are trying to heal from this shit. All right, love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye from me.
Bye, guys.